Bright lights in Miami as the Heat begin a back-to-back set at home against high-quality competition. The Thunder tonight, the Pacers tomorrow. Oklahoma City rolls into Miami with 6 straight wins and 2 NBA All-Stars. Meanwhile, the Heat seek a signature win in the first of 2 matchups this year with the Thunder. And we always hope you enjoy every bounce and basket right along with us here on Fox Sports Sun.
Here's Adams bulldozing Whiteside and scoring in close. The 25-year-old 7-footer in his 6th season after his career at the University of Pittsburgh.
Hassan engaged on both ends.
His 100th block shot of the season as Paul George rings up his first points of the game. His 175th triple of the season. A moment ago, Whiteside with his 100th block of the season. It's his 4th season with Miami with at least 100 blocks. That's the second most 100 block seasons in franchise history, second only to Alonzo Mourning, who had over 100 blocks 8 times in his Heat career. A pretty drive by Paul George, a chance at a 3-point play for the 9-year veteran. Richardson driving on George and missing. And Westbrook gets away from Whiteside. Probably the fastest player in the NBA, Russell Westbrook. Paul George flipping it in. Another good start for George. He has 8 quick points for the Thunder. Tyler Johnson darts between defenders, missed the shot badly, and here comes Westbrook hitting ahead for Paul George. Drives on Winslow and finishes. Right now, no derailing Paul George. G. Rich from downtown bounces twice on the rim and then off to Westbrook, who's averaging 11 assists, 11 rebounds, and nearly 22 points a game. But it's Paul George that has become the leader offensively with the blessing of Westbrook. That's George, and that's another beauty. A 3rd triple in the first quarter for Paul George. He hasn't missed from downtown. He has 16 of their 31 points.
Well, it's pretty cool, too. This view, you can't beat it as well. As we take a look, watching the game here, it almost feels like you're in the game.
Oh, these seats are incredible. They're absolutely unbelievable. Perfect.
And the Heat clearly missing Derek Jones on the defensive end.
Yeah, they are. And also his length, his ability to offensive rebound.
Well, blocked by Nerlens Noel on Winslow. And Noel has found his niche. Paul George, 4 of 4 from three-point land.
Boy,
he already has 19 points for OKC. Dennis Schroeder's jumper rattles down. Schroeder with 7 points off the bench here in the second quarter. The Thunder making it look easy. They're shooting 59%. And gets a little higher on the Patrick Patterson jumper. Patterson, the 9th-year forward out of Kentucky. Paul George drives on Winslow, reached in and committed the foul. Second on Justice, 4th team foul on Miami. Westbrook misses that shot. That's only the 4th shot he's taken tonight. It belies his team-first mentality. He's been a higher volume scorer in the past, but he's doing what it takes to win with this team. He's already got 10 assists and 9 rebounds. Sets up Paul George. Bottoms up from downtown. But Paul George now 5 of 6 from three-point land. Olynyk with a triple. Kelly Olynyk's second 3 in this quarter. Paul George, fast break score. After a 16-point first quarter, a 10-point second period for George. Paul George, a transition 3. And James Johnson brings it down. And Westbrook with the steal. Paul George for 3. Yes. A 29-point game for Paul George. He's gone 6 of 10 from downtown. Yeah, John Dennis Schroeder scoring 5 points per game less than a year ago. Playing less, coming off the bench.
Oh, my.
And could you imagine how much happier he is playing for the Thunder than rebuilding Atlanta? How did Schroeder win that tip? Patterson triples.
I don't understand how he won that tip right there. And look what happens. They find a way again to execute on that possession and be able to come up with a big 3.
Paul George triples again and now has 34 points. He is 7 of 11 from downtown. Miami again down by 19. 8:27 left. George. Oh, by George. He has tripled 8 times in this game. That ties the season high.
He really thought it took him that much time to catch up. He said then the speed of the game was a big adjustment coming from college and seeing how quickly things can change and the speed of the players. And then last, some of the funny stories, the learning curve of some of the rules and where the ball's inbounded, etc. When you're used to some of the college, rules.
Paul George, another one. He has just set a new career high. 10 triples in 15 attempts for Paul George. He's just tied a Heat opponent record held by J.R. Smith, who tripled 10 times in a game against the Heat when he was playing for the Knicks in April 2014. So Oklahoma City extends their winning streak to 7 straight games. They make it 6 wins in a row against the Heat and 3 straight in the Heat's house.